Welcome back to the ESL ESEA Pro League. We are going to be moving into our second game.
You're doing so well.
I was doing so well. I got the ESL ESEA, didn't mess it up all, and then just normal words threw me off. But yeah, where was I? Second game, that's right. NaVi versus TSM on Inferno. Going to be coming up here in just a couple of moments. Actually, TSM did just play another game actually over at Face It. Against Flipside on Inferno as well. Actually won that one 16-12. So actually a close game considering if you look at the Pro League standings, that's top team versus bottom.
Yeah, that's definitely a closer team. And when you look towards NaVi and Flipside, you know, compare them, you would assume that NaVi are a lot better. And, well, TSM do have a good record against NaVi on here. They are 3-1 up on Inferno in 2015 so far. You can see the knife round was just picked up by TSM. So I assume we're going to see them switching sides. Yeah, they're going to be starting out on the CT side. But overall, both these teams have played a hell of a lot of Inferno in 2015. It's what? 20. I'm going to do maths on air. This is always bad.
Oh, gosh.
31 games for TSM and 25 games for NaVi.
It's actually 32 games for TSM.
Bugger it is as well. Damn it. I'm like, is it?
23 plus 9.
Yeah,
32.
God damn it.
You were close.
I should have wrote them down. I wrote the wins and losses. I should have wrote total down. Just fooling myself. Anyway, but TSM could go clear top of the league tonight. NaVi could join them at the top of the league if they were to pick up a win.
Well, let's see. First shot's coming off here. Down Banana. As Zipnik's there will have to drop back. It's maybe Dupree playing around mid. Actually, Cajun beat all the way up in apps right now, so he's just going to be trying to catch anyone out that might push early on, but it's a pretty standard early round spread out, to be honest, from NaVi, just testing where there might be a couple of weak points in this TSM defense. Judging by their record, though, as you said, 23 wins, 9 losses over their total 2015 Inferno games. They're a pretty damn strong Inferno team.
Yeah, this is a big map for TSM, no doubt about it. You know, Carrigan and Zipnix. We are going to continue calling them Zipnix. We're not switching to Zipex despite what he says. It's too late, mate. You can't leave it a year and then suddenly say, no, you say my name wrong. That don't happen. Oh, Guardian going to get gunned down through the smoke. Some chance shots there from Carrigan. Oh, doesn't realize how low he took Guardian down. Carrigan and Zipnix normally over on this side. They always push up so aggressive when they get the guns, when they get the money. But now they're going to be pushing in. How are they going to hold these NaVi players back?
Well, we're going to find out. There is Carrigan getting the first one, but he'll be shut down by Seed. Zipnix will be forced to back away a little bit, and they've sent one man towards CT Spawn. That was Edward, who will be finished off there by Zipnix, and it leaves us now with a 2-on-2. Bomb yet to be planted because Cajun B is giving them a right load of aggro from off on the side there by Banana, and Cajun will actually find Seeds, but Flamey brings it back to a one-on-one, and Zipnix peeks out there, takes the head of Flamey. Very, very close round there between TSM and NaVi. Decent chunk of money going over to NaVi, but no bomb plan has actually cost them.
Yeah, no bomb plan. That's what I was going to say. That was the big deal. You know, they got into the site, they pushed them out, they've got 4 people on site, but nobody found the time to actually get that bomb planted in there. So well done, TSM, and now we see them. It's interesting. Okay, so they switch things up here. They've got the 2 umps in there this time around. Ordinarily, you would see Carrigan coming down with, say, an MP9 or an MP7, something like that. But he's gone with a P90. Maybe he's expecting to be real busy on Banana. But as we can see by the minimap, it is actually being set up to go apartments here. Seized has already got himself hopped up and through. Zeus is the only man, the in-game leader, selling them the dummy down at Banana. The rest of NaVi, 3 men in apartments, are about to pile out of boiler. If only I could speak.
And they're about to catch a grenade right to the face here as well. Dupree will send that one out. Didn't do as much damage as they probably would have hoped. Only Guardian losing 20 HP there or so. But Dupree might have his work cut out for him here in a second. One man is peeking. That is Guardian. They've got one man on balcony there as well. So you got to feel that TSM's defense currently of this A site is pretty damn strong. And NaVi, as you can see, are going to have to change paths, but that's going to bring them right into Device's crosshair.
Yeah, Device is ready and waiting for this one. It's going to get smoked out. Oh, that's bad smoke. It's going to sell them the dummy. Does give him vision, just gets a little peek. And I don't know, maybe they've done it on purpose. Maybe they expected to try and get that little look there, but he's going to catch Flamey in Arch. That's going to be a simple kill for him. Zeus is trying to work his way through, but he's been taken down. Carrigan with a P90 will just spray them down. And as you would expect, with the guns. TSM will come out quite strong in that one. Not a man dropped. That means the money is going to keep on growing. And NaVi will have to go for another pistol.
Yeah, very strong round again. I mean, not losing a single man. No bomb plant coming in for NaVi. Means that there's going to be no early buy for them here on that terrorist side. So far, so good for the TSM guys who, as we've said, if they win today, they go clear top from NIP, or they're currently tied with, actually, in victories, or in points as well. So we'll see if NaVi can change that. If NaVi win, they're actually going to be tied here. 3 teams at the top of the table.
They'll have a great record as well. It'd be 10-3. They're 9-3 right now. And they would have the best record at the top of the table, which, you know, as the current holders of the Pro League, the former ESL Pro League, I should say, more than anything, they certainly want to try and retain that. Have done very well at the Intel Extreme Masters in the past in former 1.6. NaVi, big name in that one. Obviously trying to look to do the same with, of course, IEM announced. Maybe they can carry on that. As it stands, it is going to be all 5 members of NaVi pushing up through the smoke and banana.
Always dangerous to do. In fact, it looks like they might wait for that smoke to clear. Here we go. They are going to start pushing in. Xyp9x will get himself the first. Karrigan just holds down the trigger on the P90 and will absolutely wipe the floor with him. 3 for him, 2 for Xyp9x. Job done, but NaVi are now going to be on the buy. And this is where we see what they're made of on the terrorist side. As
I say, they got nothing to flash themselves through. They're just literally coming through with Glocks in hand, so not a great deal they could do with that one. So here we go, AKs, as you say. And actually, TSM, look at this. Ballsy stuff. They know that NaVi are going to be sitting on guns this time around. They're going to hold on to the umps, the FAMASs, the P90. They're not going to make the buy. Risky.
You're relying on them to do good damage for you so that you can finish off with those SMGs. And already they did get a good grenade onto Seized, but Device went down to less than 20 health in the very start of this round. So actually advantage NaVi from that point.
Yeah, I think it was Device that went over towards B. Quickly, they pushed down, they went aggressive. This is what we've seen from TSM so often. Karrigan heavily down there with that P90. Did a lot of spam, and now look, he's completely rotated around. So they're going to smoke off, cover it off. And now they're going to push on through. NaVi make the press. They're going into Arch.
Well, the Molotovs, I think, went into the smoke.
Karrigan here.
Almost wasted, but what can Karrigan do? He is going to get 2 men. Flash is actually down, but Edward, what a beast, turns 90 degrees to his left, takes down 1, and now it's going to be Dupree on the side. He can't do the job. Device, don't forget, down to 20 from earlier, will be an easy kill for Edward, and Xyp9x finding himself now all alone, will be backing away from this one. Going to try and keep hold of that FAMAS and his Tech 9. And this bomb will be exploding here, and NaVi are going to be collecting their first round on Inferno.
You could see what TSM were doing there, and they read it perfectly. They had 4 members on A site. They had a 4-man stack. Smokes and flashes were right. They had the crossfires. They had the angles. They just didn't win out the straight-up duels. And like you say, Edward the Beast coming through, getting himself a triple, doing work for them, simply carving open TSM. So TSM, well, they did go with that risky play, not buying. Use this last AK, they will just at the end there. So no guns for TSM, but they can afford to buy themselves straight back in there. Remember, they didn't invest anything in that round, just other than the nades. So they can afford to get straight into M4s. And we're going to see the first AWP. It's going to be for Device.
Yeah, it's an interesting kind of take on that 4th round there. Do you stick with those SMGs? Hope that you can get some, you know, lucky positioning more than anything. I mean, Karrigan there got killed by excellent aim, basically, from Edward. If that had gone differently and if it had hit Edward in the head, that actually would have been a very different round, as Device here with his AWP staring down middle. And look at the aggression again from TSM. They've come to expect from on Banana, but Guardian boosted up. That could be a dangerous position, and Edward gonna make another entry frag over an apps.
Very risky for Guardian as well. This is a standard spot that generally when there's a wall of smoke like that, everyone just auto-aims to that spot. But Karrigan didn't land the shots there. Xyp9x, you can see, he's got himself up close and personal. They're waiting for this smoke to clear. I'm pretty sure they know that he's going to be there, because that's like a standard spot that TSM narrowly in. Xyp9x is going to relay the smoke and hold himself up for a little bit. Don't think Guardian's going to get a glimpse of him over the smoke. Just about edges away from that one. Edward, though, he's pushed himself out. Starting to have a peek up top there. Oh, flashed just at the last second. Perfectly done.
Yeah, was able to walk away from it though, so all important there that he doesn't get pushed to bring this to a 4 versus 4. It's currently NaVi that have full HP, plenty of nades, plenty of smokes to make this round happen for them. It's looking like Banana will be the target. A little bit of strafe left and right there from Xyp9x just to see if he could get a vision of anyone, but there is Zeus. He's going to push all the way up. Smoke's coming in a little bit delayed from that one. That's going to mean that Device can pick down Zeus, and now the push is coming off as well by Arch, but Carrigan getting the flash around there will bring it back in his favor. Dupree as well, spraying down from the truck, but Edward again coming up big from this one. He's got to finish off Carrigan. He's going to be sandwiched in there, but he does get the kill, and he's still alive from this one, and the second one onto Edward. Time was already running out. NaVi leaving it late, as we've come to expect from them. Not working out for them this time, and it's an instant bounce back there for TSM. That means that NaVi going to be struggling on a couple of people, in fact everyone apart from Edward, who had about 5k. He's going to buy an AK, so bit of a risky round here, although he's still going to have 1250 to take through into the next round with him. That's
purely down to NaVi's usual playstyle of running the clock down. You know, if they'd have had that couple more seconds, absolutely Edward would have been able to win that duel, because Carrigan had literally nothing left in his gun, but instead he'd be able to hop over because Edward's forced to go for that plant, which immediately put NaVi in an unfavorable position in that duel. So NaVi this time, they're going to try and pile all the way up into B once again through Banana. Carrigan and Xyp9x ready and waiting though, and they're going to be running straight to the crosshairs. Yeah, and straight away the incendiary does go down. Smoke towards CT, but they line up for Carrigan, who gets 2. He'll get a 3rd there as well. Has to switch out to the pistol. Can he get the 4th? No, he can't. Guardian will shut him off, but that now is a 3 versus 1. Nice shot from Guardian, though, with the fake plant, but this time the bomb will go down for real. Question is, though, with 12 HP, well, I was going to say, can he hold it? The grenade was already flying in his direction, and TSM are going to pick up their 5th round here on the CT side. And now NaVi, money-wise, will be a little more tougher. Although, as I mentioned, Edward did have a fair amount that he took through with him. So we'll see. Yeah, all about 3.5k. These are lineup again for Carrigan. Yeah, that's how you like them. Don't even need to move your crosshair. They're just perfectly in line. So 5-1, big start for TSM here. NaVi yet to get really anything going. And they're going to be forced down to an eco once again. There's 5-7s, Tech9's Deagle in there maybe from C's. We'll see if he can land the 1D. Normally you see Edward actually pulling that out, but he's gone with the CZ this time. We'll see Z, depending on where you're from in the world. But aggressive play from Device will get up in their faces. Risky play, honestly. Going up there with an AWP, when you know they're on pistols, very risky. Certainly is, but also that might work in your favor, because terrorists think, why would he ever push up when they know that we're probably on eco in this one? And surprise. That element of surprise, indeed, can sometimes work in your favor. And so far, this round has been almost flawless for the CTs. There's the first spot, and actually C's will come through. A double for them there, but Carrigan is going to be watching off towards Boiler, and a cheeky little peek off to the side will take down Edward. 6-1 to TSM. Solid stuff from TSM. Now, though, Guardian has got himself the AWP at last. We'll see what he's able to do with it. We saw the horrendous little duck. Oh, that was so unlucky. It was hilariously unlucky, but unlucky. Yeah, and obviously he ended the night with a beautiful quick scope. So Guardian winning the game for his team last night. That was against Titan. If you missed that one, fantastic matchup. Ended 19-16. Here they need to get themselves something going. He's going to go for that little AWP duel. Not going to work out. It was against Xyp9x actually, so it wasn't so much an AWP duel, more of an M4. But 6-1 down. It's not a good start for NaVi. They're going to have to get themselves a solid CT side, and they really need to get something going on. Some rounds picked up on T side at the moment. They are once again setting up for another banana play, but Xyp9x and Carrigan have not really been falling too easily there. They're usually taking at least 3 with them every time they push in. And the Molotovs and smokes here on Banana especially have actually caused them
a real load of problems. You see it then, again, instant flash as soon as the molly goes down. The peak comes out, followed up by a smoke, just to slow them off. And that CT spawn smoke then actually starts to really run down, and that should clear by the time they actually make a push. If they decide to, there's a quick peek around the corner from Device, and 2 men go down almost instantaneously there for NaVi. And you can see that, again, 31 seconds on the clock left. That means they basically have to rush now or just save these 3 weapons.
And they're running headlong into Device. He's got this crosshair keyed up. Did get a flash briefly. He's going to try and counter pop flash it as he backs away into sight. But now the clock, 15 seconds. Where's C's going? He's got the bomb. He's in library. He needs to make a move. He's got to get to sight. I don't think they're going to go for this one yet. Everybody's backing away. NaVi are backing away. They're going to save their AKs. And, well, TSM, Zeus is actually going to run headlong into Xyp9x. Will get himself the kill down Banana, but that's about all as he gets dropped by Karrigan. C's holding on, will finally get himself one of Dupree.
Yeah, made it a little bit expensive, or more expensive there for TSM. They are obviously quite happy in terms of only 7k there for Xyp9x to rebuy.
I think Zeus died after the timer. He's got 500. Yeah, he must have died just as the timer ran out. Got no money.
Unfortunate for him, and actually will therefore have to be rocking the P250. You see the early smoke there down onto the... And NaVi again spread out for a fact-finding mission really at the start of the round. But to be honest, TSM, they're not doing anything special here. This is standard holding positions, and they are working out absolutely perfectly for them as well.
Yeah, and 7-1 could well be turning into 8-1 here. Edward's got himself into apartments, checking all the angles.
No.
Not checking for Karrigan, though. That's going to be Guardian and Zeus gun down. Don't really expect him to flash peek out like that often, especially this far down, but that little element of surprise has worked out well for TSM, and again, they pick themselves up another very easy round. 8-1 on the score. So much money. Karrigan clocking up the kills, 19 so far. And that just shows how often they've actually been pushing on to B, and more importantly, how quick Karrigan gets in position on the rotate over to A.
Yeah, it's just a full lockout right now by TSM. I mean, NaVi have really struggled to actually get into a bomb site with more than 20 seconds on the clock, actually. We saw the one side. I mean, Xyp9x has just held it almost like a dream on that side of things. So, you know, it's very, very hard for NaVi to actually get in because TSM aren't playing predictable either, and that's the key. Usually you'll say, okay, is Karrigan going to peek out? But he'll not peek for 3-4 rounds in a row, and then all of a sudden you get a flash in your face and he's killed 2 of you.
Well, they try and smoke it off. See if it works out. They're just running into Karrigan, who's just continuing to clock up the score. He's supported, and of course Device was holding that angle long ago, and Xyp9x unflustered over on B side. Guardian, the only man, going to push on through straight into the rifle. And TSM take themselves another very easy round, 9-1 on the board. This is already becoming almost unsurmountable for NaVi. They're going to have themselves an incredible CT half if they're to pull this one back. And they really, really need to pick up at least 4 more rounds on the T side here.
Yeah, I mean, no question about that one at this point. I mean, TSM, as I said, made no mistakes at all.